Hello all you beautiful people, how are you doing today? This is Lava Temptress and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about a mod spotlight, and I thought I would talk about one of my favorite ones to start with, and that's Tinker's Construct. If you guys haven't ever played with Tinker's Construct, oh my gosh, it is so much fun. So what I did is, we're just in a vanilla world. I did JEI because, oh yes please. And of course I added tickers. So today we're going to go over some of the starts of how to start Tinker's Construct, whether you put it in a vanilla world, kind of like what I did, or whether you come across it in a mod pack. Now remember, if you do come across it in a mod pack, some recipes may be different because mod pack authors do change some of the recipes when they create their mods. So FYI, just wanted to get that out of the way. So if the recipes are a little bit different, as long as it has JEI, you can look up whatever it is you want. So when you first start out, you will get a materials and you book most of the time. Most packs typically have it, and it has some good information in here, but some of it can still be a little bit confusing. So, excuse me, I thought I would tell you how I usually start out with it. So Tinker's is a mod where you can create many different things, but it's mostly for creating new types of tools. So first of all, we want to see, this is just gravel. If you have 3 gravel, and it usually doesn't matter where it's at, it'll give you flint. And the reason why that's important, I thought I had a table here for it, but I guess not. The reason why that's important is because you're going to use flint for your starter tools. So you're going to use this flint to start off a lot of your tools. So first of all, how do we start Tinkers? So you take your regular crafting table that you make, vanilla crafting table, and you just stick it right here in the, it doesn't even matter, see? You can even take it and stick it, oh well, hold on. There we go. You can even take it and stick it in your inventory here, and it gives you this cool little crafting station. Now what's cool about the crafting station? Well, the crafting station, unlike if you were to set this down, you can't leave anything sitting here. The minute you go back, oh well, it's back in my inventory, right? But here I could actually sit something down there and it'll stay there. So that's one of the coolest things about the crafting table that this allows you, and you craft on it just like you would a regular crafting table. So no big deal there. Isn't that awesome? Which is why you can see it. So alright, so next thing, we are going to need to start making some different kinds of tables and stuff so we can craft our tools. So before you start, you're going to need what's called a blank pattern, and to make that you just need 2 sticks and 2 planks. And so if you see here, each one usually gives you 4. Now again, recipes can change depending on what mod pack you are playing. But if you just download regular Tinkers, that is the recipe it will be. So then this blank pattern you take, and this is how you start creating all your different tables. So for this one, you just take a regular plank. It doesn't matter what kind of wood it is. It's just a plank. And then you put a blank pattern up on top, and it gives you this handy dandy, well, if it'll give it to me, stencil table. And the stencil table, we're going to take a look at all the tables and everything, but I wanted to show you the recipes first to make all these. So, and then I have the recipe here. Probably should have just grabbed it from here, but so ta-da, stencil table. Now, so for this one, this is what's going to hold all our patterns in here to make our tools. So this is a pattern chest, and you just take a regular chest or any kind of chest and put the blank pattern up here on top, like so. And if it doesn't show a recipe, if it doesn't show, I don't know why chests do this in here, but see, it shows that it doesn't have the pattern for it. Which is weird because of course it has a pattern for it. That's regular vanilla Minecraft, so I don't know. but sometimes it does that. That's okay. It won't hurt anything. So then it makes your patterns chest, and we'll take a look at that one too. So then you take a log, and again, any kind of the wood, birch, acacia, dark oak, and you put a blank pattern on top, and that will give you this table here, which is the part builder. Now all these tables are important, and I'll show you how to set them up in just a minute. So then you're also going to want to take a crafting bench and put a blank pattern on top, and that will create a tool station. So just the regular crafting table. Don't turn it into this one like what I showed you. You just want the regular crafting table and the blank pattern, because I don't think it works the other way. Anyway, that one we'll actually skip over for a minute, and that one. So let's go over here to the tables. So here I have the tables set up, and you'll notice I have one of the crafting tables here also. Now the reason why you want a crafting table here, I'll show you. The pattern chest typically goes in the back of the part builder and the tool station, and the stencil table, because then once you create your stencils here, you can access the pattern chest from here, and you'll be able to craft stuff. But the reason why you want this table I picked up, the crafting station, because you have to go to each table right now, okay? Well, that's not very convenient. So if you set a crafting table down, look at that. Then you can just go from crafting whatever you need over to your tool station, all the different pieces that you need. So just popping one of these down, it doesn't matter if it's there, it could be there. It doesn't matter what order it's in. It just matters that you can access it. So it has to be connected directly to one of these tables. Now the pattern chest does need to be connected to one of these two, because okay, we're going to start making, let's say we want to make a pickaxe. So this is the pickaxe head, and if you click on it, it'll tell you over here what it is and how many materials it'll cost to make it. So if we're going to make a pickaxe, we're going to do that. And now I already know these, but if you don't know how to make a pickaxe, if you're brand new to this, you're simply going to go over to this tool station and see how it shows all the tools here. So if you want to make a pickaxe, because you know that's pretty basic, we all need a pickaxe to start with, it's going to tell you what parts you need. So you need the tool rod, the pickaxe head, and a binding. So then you can go back over here to your stencil table if you don't already have the stencils. Well, now that I made those stencils, I'm going to go over to this pattern chest, and I'm just going to shift click them in there. You can also pick them up and put them in there, but it's easier to shift click, so that's usually what I do. So now that these are in our pattern chest, we can go here to our part builder and see now we can access any of those. So what I like to do is I just like to go through and make every single one of these, because if you're gonna use it, well, might as well make a pattern for it. And we're gonna be using a lot of these tools, and I'm actually going to do a separate video because there are so many tools, there's no way I could fit it all in this video. So Tinkers is a very, very easy mod once you get to know it. It's very fun to use because it gives you so many different things. But it also takes a little bit of a learning curve. Okay, I don't know if you can in here, but in some, if you accidentally, because we already had a binding. See, we already have a binding. So I made another one. You can usually put it back in here and select a different one. That way you don't have to waste it. Alright, so anyway, I'm not going to make the rest of them, but usually that's what I do. I go through and then, again, just shift click. Now, if you have more than one, it usually will not put it in here. It will only allow you to store one of each of these patterns. Alright, so now we want to make some tools, right? This is the important part. We want to make some tools. This is what we need. So we want to make a pickaxe, okay? So let's start with the handle, because, you know, handle. So you can take a simple stick, and it'll make you a wooden tool rod. This is what I usually start with because it's just pretty easy. So let me, don't want mobs coming to bug us because we are in creative. Oh no, actually I need to go back to creative for a minute because I forgot to get something out. We might need flint if we're going to try to make tools, huh? That might be important. All right, so we made us a tool rod. Now, a lot of times if you're going to make different tools, so like if I want to go ahead and make a shovel, I'm going to make one for the shovel. If I'm going to make a hatchet, I'm going to make one for that. Now, these do stack, which makes it really nice. Okay, so pick it. Let's do shovel first, only because shovel is really easy. So shovel, it'd only give me one flint. Let's do it this way. Flint. And this is why JEI is so much nicer. You can shift click. Oh, look, I got a stack of flint. Thanks. All right, so we're going to use flint because that's what we're going to use for most of our starter tools. It's crude 2, and if you hold shift down, it'll show you what your stats are. So it has 150 durability, mining level is iron, mining speed is 5, and attack is 2.9. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so we want a pickaxe head, and it's going to cost 2 of these flint to make the pickaxe head. And again, you can hold shift on any of these, and you'll see what your stats are. And then let's say we want to make a hatchet. Hold shift. There we go. Okay, so now, remember for our pickaxe, if we go to our tool station for our pickaxe, we also need this binding. Now while we're here, we can click. We need a binding for the shovel and a binding for the hatchet. But we're actually going to make us a mattock. You don't need a binding for those. So we could actually go ahead. We have our hatchet head, we have our shovel head, and we have a tool rod. So we just made a flint mattock. Ecological, crude 2. So it's 175 durability. It'll do iron. And it has 3 modifiers already available. And we'll get into modifiers next video, but just know this is actually a pretty good starter weapon. So you can go and you can mine. Obviously I'm in creative, but it will mine. Let me go out of creative so you can see how fast it mines. So it's comparable, you know, to regular tools, right? You can go up to a tree, you can mine a tree. But one of the best things about these, see, that's not too bad. One of the coolest things about these though is the repairable. So you go in here to your part builder and you choose the sharpening kit. So whatever material your tool is made out of, you're going to make a sharpening kit. Okay, so see this little bar at the bottom? That tells us how much durability we have left in this. So we're going to go over to the tool station, and it's automatically on this anvil part. So if we stick our tool right there in the middle and we combine whatever our material is that this is made out of in a piece of flint, it will completely repair our tool for us. And the cool thing is, let's see if you can do it on this one. Keep switching back to, oh, I'm in survival. Okay, so a lot of them you can just add it right here and it automatically repairs it. Oh yeah, the flints to upgrade it to the next mining level. We'll get into that probably next time. But you can just make a whole bunch of these sharpening kits. You want to go mining? You go mining for quite a while. Ta-da! Let's go repair it. All right, so let's finish up our, we're going to put wood in here. And we're just going to make one for now. We're going to go to our tool station and let's make us a pickaxe. So we're going to click on the pickaxe. We need the tool rod, the binding, and the head. Now we have a simple pickaxe head. Now if you hover over it, hit shift, you can mine up to iron in this. Now again, depending on what pack you're playing, it does change. But it'll kick through the iron, It'll kick through the stone, no big deal. See? And it'll even get iron for you. And again, you can take the sharpening kit with you and repair it on the go, which makes it nice. Alright, so that's this. We'll get more into tools next time, but I wanted to show you some other cool things. Now, if you wanted to make other tools, you have to upgrade the tool thing. In order to do that, you have to make what's called grout. Grout, you'll need clay, sand, and gravel. And that'll give you this grout. So each of these, now of course I put in 2, but you can see if I take out each recipe set makes 2. So then you cook that here in a furnace and it'll give you these bricks. And you'll take those bricks and put 4 of them together. Well, hold on, let me get, just so I can show you. And we're going to use those, that's going to take a minute, but we're going to use those to create these bricks right here. This is just iron, and I'll show you later, you can actually level these up. These are blocks of iron, but using this simple recipe, the 3 seared bricks on top, your tool chest table here in the middle, and then whatever blocks you're going to use to upgrade it. So in this case, which is what most people start off with, it's going to be iron. So then you have a tool forge. So it's these seared bricks, which this is what comes out of here. You take 4 of these and you put it in your inventory. Oops. And ta-da, seared bricks. And then we'll use seared bricks and stuff for later. But we're going to do a whole nother recipe, a whole nother video on those, because there is a lot more. We'll go into the smeltery next time. And then after that one, we will go into all the different kinds of tools. Alright, so here, remember I said you can upgrade with different materials. So these are what all your tool tables could look like. This is, let's see if I'm going to get this right. If we put in tool forge. Okay, so it is pig iron, night slime, aluminum brass, cobalt, ardite, which a lot of these are added from tinkers. Manulin, which is combining cobalt and ardite, but we'll get into that more next time. And of course gold. So these are what they could all look like. That way you can have them to whatever you prefer. I like to do them all colorful. Alright, so another cool thing that tinkers add. You can take 2 cobblestone, stack them right on top of each other, and it gives you 4 stone rods. So these stone rods, you can do 2 main things with them. One, hello, no more wooden no more wooden ladders. You can also make stone ladders. Well, this comes in really handy if you're out mining. And you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to bring some wood with me and I need ladders. Well, now you can just make a stone ladder. But the other thing it's really good for, and also when you're mining, you take those stone rods and you now have stone torches. And honestly, I think the stone torches are pretty cool looking. Look at that. I think they look much nicer than the regular torches. I like them. I use them a lot when I go mining, because I almost always play with a pack that has stinkers in it. So, alright, another cool thing, you can take sugarcane in a crisscross recipe, and it gives you these Punji Sticks. Pointy also sticks to walls. So these Punji Sticks are really cool. Sticking to walls means you can do them like that. So what are these for? Well, these are so you can create traps for other players or mobs, because if you walk over them, they freaking hurt. You don't want to do that. So don't do that. Alright. If I wouldn't talk so much, we wouldn't have to do that for the video, huh? Alright, so another thing over here, we're going to get into modifiers in another video. But real quick, I wanted to tell you about one of the really cool ones. If you take moss stone and put it in a grid, so you want 9 of them, like so, it'll give you a ball of moss. So if you take this ball of moss, oh, I need another level. Darn it! I probably should have let it go tonight. Alright, well, we'll get that in just a minute. Actually, I'll just be right back. Okay, we got some food cooking. I went and killed some pigs and got some coal. Mind it. Alright, so this ball of moss, if you have 10 levels, you can right-click it on a bookshelf. And it gives you Mending Moss. Now, this Mending Moss is really cool. Remember I told you we had some modifiers on our tools, right? So we're going to go over here to our tool station. We're going to put... I just pulled this out to use it earlier. So even with our flint pickaxe, as long as we have a modifier available, it says we have 3. So as long as we have at least 1, we can add this. So if we add it, it gives you Mending Moss. Mending Moss uses some of your XP. Let me see. There was some coal over here. Why does it look so dark? I just turned it today. Oh my goodness. I'm not having luck today with the weather, huh? Oh, because it's raining. No wonder. Okay, so for instance, if you're mining, our tool's a little broken, but it's going to use some of this XP that we're getting from mining this to repair our tool. So it's hard to tell because it was so low, but that actually repaired our tool a little bit. We only have a tiny little sliver right there that it's down now. Pretty cool. And you can add 3 on your tool. Mending Moss 3, unless they updated it. But Mending Moss 3 gives you pretty good repairs. It's pretty nice. Let's see if we can make it so it's not so bad weather. No, of course we can't. Alright, so we went over Punji Sticks. Oh, so these I have in my inventory because there's 2 different racks that you can make. These are item racks, and the item racks are made with 2 oak slabs. And it makes an item rack. So it's just to hold something, okay? So it can hold whatever you want. It can even hold fish, okay? But the difference is, if you have fish there, it's just going to hold it there. But if I put fish on these are drying racks. And you just put 3 slabs together, and it creates a drying rack. It dries out whatever you hang on these. So you can dry out fish, and it'll give you jerky. Well, any kind of meat. But you can also dry out rotten flesh. And it'll turn into this monster jerky. So now I have fish jerky, and good thing I'm actually hungry. Ta-da! It's not the best food in the world, but when you're starting out, it is pretty good food. So these kind, you just have to remember, the item ones just hold stuff. The drying ones, which is 3 across, is to actually dry stuff out so you can have food. So, good use for rotten flesh. Am I right? Here's some other cool things. Tinker's adds. So these are item frames. Just like what we had before, right? Except for these, look beautiful. Look at this. So these are the different item frames you can get. And they're just made with, I didn't put it on here and I don't know why I didn't. But it is just obsidian with whatever on the side. So for instance, it's not what I was trying to do. Thanks. Okay. So for this one, you would just put gold for the fancy one. But then there's aluminum, brass, cobalt, ardite, manulin, and golden. So the really shining golden is the nuggets all the way around. But I thought those are pretty cool. It'd be really nice to decorate your base with. So that's another thing it adds. Now this one's pretty cool and pretty functional. So this is a wooden hopper. It functions for the most part like a regular iron hopper that you make in vanilla Minecraft. This one, however, is only a chest in the middle and wood on the outside. So why is the recipe so cheap? Because look at this, wooden hopper. It's slower, but you can also only put one, you only have one inventory, right? But if you're just starting out, you don't have iron yet, you really need a hopper for something, here's what you can do. You can still put a chest on top. So I can put all this up there. And yes, it'll only take one item at a time, one type of item. But I can put multiple items on here. So as soon as it's done with this first stack, it'll go on to the next one and the next one. And on down. You can even put a double chest up here. So it would still make it really nice. And you have a cheap hopper when you're first starting out. Yay! Alright, so flint. I want to make sure I went through everything else, because the really cool one I wanted to save for last. And of course we made some food. Alright, like I said, we're going to get more in depth. We're going to do another video on setting up what's called a smeltery with these type of bricks. That's going to be a full episode all by itself because it's going to take a long time because there's different things you can do. And then I will do a separate one all about tools. And then maybe another one after that on what my favorite tools are. Alright, well, let's go to creative for a minute. Because another thing Tinkers adds is these slime islands. And these are pretty cool. Now, of course, you would have to tower up because they are really high up. And when you tower up, you really got to be careful. I don't know why they're not spawning. These slimes spawn here. Why are they not spawning? But there's the slime here. Oh, well, I'm in creative, so. Let's see if they'll spawn now. They might kill me, and if so, that's okay. And then these trees. Now, if you take some silky touch, something, so you can take some of this. You can even use dirt, but they will give you saplings. And you can actually replant these trees on your bases. Like so. So, if I took down some of this dirt, we take this down and plant some of this down below. Now, there's different variations. There's a green island there, a purple island here. They spawn pretty differently, but they're all the same. Alright. Didn't want to die when I fell down here. Okay, so slimes. Now, whether it's regular slime or whether it is... I need that. Thank you. I just wanted to show you that you can plant these. They don't plant on regular dirt, but you can plant them on slimy dirt. And then you can grow them yourself at your base. And the reason we want all this slime, because if you take one of those slime blocks, then you can break it down. Okay, disappeared. Okay, pretend that one's still there. I don't know what happened. So you're going to take the slime. I wonder if it went somewhere else. Yeah, why don't you come over here? Let's show them what this does. Come here. Here, let's go into survival. Come on. Yeah, come right over there. Come on. Come around this corner here. Of course, it's not going to do what I want it to do. It went around the other way. Oh my goodness. Ah, it's not stupid. It's like, no, I don't think so. Well, I was trying to show you that if it goes over it, it gets hurt. But apparently this skeleton is super smart, and it was like, no. Okay, so you want 2 of these slime blocks at the bottom, and then 2 irregular slime balls up here. Now you can do different colors based off the color of slime you have, but for here I just used green because, you know, even if regular slime spawn, you can do it with those. So then it's going to make us these slime boots, and let me tell you, these things are freaking awesome. So we're going to put those on, and I'll show you what they do in just a minute. But you also want to make a slime string. So you're going to have 3 slime balls, a block of slime, and 2 string. Like so, and that will make you a slime sling. Okay? These are going to be awesome. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing. So let's take that down and put these over there. You can actually hang slime, and let me show you. I didn't dry any out. I typically don't use them, but they're pretty good. So gelatinous slime, each color gives you something else. So green gives you speed. What is that? Blue gives you jump boost. Purple gives you luck. And orange gives you fire resistance. So to do that, you just take these slimes and you hang them on the drying rack. Make sure they're on the drying rack and not the item rack, because as you saw, the item rack didn't do anything to them. But if we leave those will actually turn into what we just talked about. Alright, so let's go back to game mode survival. And the last thing I'm going to show you for this one is, well, first of all, we can go kill Mr. Skeleton here. Thank you. And this is one, Tinker's weapon, and again, I'll do a different episode on Tinker's weapons. But let's eat something real quick, because we are gonna do something pretty cool, and I want you to see the full effects of it. So let me heal up, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're all healed up. So we're going to take the slime string. Now, when you do this, make sure you have slime boots on. This is very, very important. We're going to hold it down, and it's going to look like it's pulling it back really tight, which it is. And it's going to fly us up in the air. Now, the reason the slime boots are so important, the slime boots are what's making me bounce around. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you didn't have those slime boots on, you're going to fall to your death. I've done it before on complete accident. It's not fun. So, and then you can use it to climb up on buildings if you want to explore your world faster, whatever it is. Even to get up this hill, you hold down. And it just takes a little practice to try to get to where you want to go. But yeah, that is the slime sling. And for the last thing I want to show you, I'm going to sling without the boots. Say bye. See? That's why you need to make the slime boots first. Alright. Oh god, I have no clue where I am at. Alright, well, hopefully that helped you out a little bit to at least get started on what Tinker's is. Oh, I forgot there's no map in here, is there? I don't think I put journey map in yet. Oh, well, journey map's gonna go in here. Because honestly, I don't remember which way I went, so. Yeah, well, bye stuff. Nice knowing you. I don't think, can I go back? No. Alright, commands I'm used to in modded that are not in here. But anyway, that was Tinker's Construct. That is the very beginning of Tinker's Construct. Don't worry, there is a lot more to that, but this is already a long enough video, so we're going to have to do this in parts, so bear with me. But if you have any questions about anything I talked about today, or anything at all, just let me know. Hopefully this helped. If you liked it, you know what to do. And until next time, this is Love a Temptress. Don't get burned. Bye!